What's good, guys? It's your boy DB and I'm back once again with another Splinterlands video. In today's video, I'm actually going to be discussing the decline of the governance token SPS. This question actually came up in yesterday's promoted post on Splinterlands Twitter, where they plugged one of my recent videos. And one of the commenters responded asking what was going on with the continuous decline in SPS's value. And obviously, if you're new to cryptocurrency, these kind of things are a little bit alarming, especially if you've bought in at the top. But when it comes to this kind of situation, it really boils down to two things. One, the current health of the market in Bitcoin, and two, the coin's use case. And basically both of those have been affected, and that's what's causing this. So let me break this down to you. If you're a veteran of the market, you'll understand these things. But if you're new and perhaps Splinterlands is your introduction to cryptocurrencies and stuff, these are kind of things that you will be well worth picking up. At the moment, you can actually see SPS has actually just bumped up 14%, which is a bit annoying for me because I was about to load my bags at 17 cents, but I had to go to town and take care of a few things. And I get back and it's gone up 14%. So, there's a big profit I've just lost out on. But it's significantly lower than where it was, like, say, a couple of months ago when everybody was staking it to the moon. The coin was pumped to the oblivion, and it was worth an awful lot. And a lot of people sadly expected it to stay that way or keep rising, but it was unlikely to do so. Allow me to show you now, like, the pattern of SPS and Bitcoin. If we scroll down here, let me just get rid of that pop-up. If we scroll down here, you can quite clearly see we've got a little bit of a spike here, then it's dipping, and then we've got the usual kind of ups and downs, a little mountain range before a big steep drop off. And then a big climb. And now if we go and have a look at Bitcoin over the same period, we have the same thing. We got the peak here, then we've got the little mountain range up and downs, then a big steep drop off, and then the climb. And generally, the majority of coins, bar a few and an occasional pump and dump scheme here and there, will follow a very, very similar tagged pattern to Bitcoin, and that's because Bitcoin is like the gold standard of cryptocurrency. So you can generally expect that, unless there's a specific thing going on with one of the other coins. Perhaps they're upgrading the blockchain. Perhaps they're pushing through new sponsorships or partnerships and things like that. Or in SPS's case, we had the staking going on in order to earn vouchers. Now, if we look at the SPS over the course of a year or so, we can see up here it was super high, and then it's plummeted back down here into the 30s. We move it over here into what's that, like that's September, and it's really low again. It's down here in the low 20s, and then it absolutely moons during the staking period. And this is because the token, it had a use case. At this point, all the whales were buying this up. They were buying huge quantities and they were staking it in order to get their vouchers. And the reason for that is because vouchers were able to either be kept in order to buy packs, or in the case of a lot of the whales, they loaded their bags of SPS, earned a lot of vouchers, and then sold the vouchers when they were worth significantly more than they are now. They were dropping them at like $20 a voucher. So, there's incredible earnings to be made there, at which point they could then sell off their SPS while it's also super high. And then with that enormous profit, once things cool down like now, they can buy all those vouchers back at $2, buy all the packs they want, still getting the airdrops and such, and then buy their SPS back when it's at 17 cents. So these are the kind of things that the whales in the crypto market will do. They take advantage of the highs and the lows. They'll drop their bags a little earlier. They'll load them up before everybody else, and when everyone else is a little bit nervous about losses and things. And that's really the way it works. That's the way a lot of the big companies make a lot of their money. Very few people will buy these things and just hold them forever unless they're just going for a safe, really long-term outlook with their entire portfolio. But yeah, a lot of people will buy and sell at the right times with limit orders and limit sells and stuff like that. It's pretty much what I do myself. And I was actually very, very sad to have missed that nice 14% boost there, but it's still pretty undervalued at 19 cents in all honesty. I would expect this, as the market kind of corrects, to get back into the low 20s again, which seems to be a pretty stable position for SPS when it doesn't have a super strong use case. However, when another case is brought back into it, whether it's the next set of packs, whether it's something involving the next time we get lands released or something along those lines, SPS will again have an additional use. The value will rise because the whales will invest in it again, so they can stake it or do whatever they've got to do with it now. And that is what is defining the value of the token and why it's down right now, because there's no use really staking in order to sell vouchers for $2. There's profit there, but it's very low end profit. At $2, odds are anything they were staking, they're probably just going to use. It's just not really worth selling like it was when it was at $15 and $20 and such. That's when there was significant profit to be made. Now it's more of a stage where people will probably be buying up the remaining vouchers to get the remaining packs on this little pre-sale that we've got going on now. Because the closer we get to the open general sale, the less value a voucher or these pre-purchased Chaos Legion booster packs will have on a secondary market, at least until the supply is completely sold out, they're out of print. Then the secondary market will explode again with booster packs. But that is what is defining this, and Bitcoin has been, it's not been amazing as of late. It's certainly not dropped heavily, but it's been kind of in a stable, if unimpressive, kind of 46 to 51k sort of period. So as a result, the way things tend to work in the cryptocurrency market is that when Bitcoin is kind of in a stable, protected zone, a lot of people don't take huge risks on altcoins and small low cap coins and things. They tend to just stake what they've got. They keep an eye on trends in the market. It's really when Bitcoin explodes, when Bitcoin's on a good rally and the bull market is in full swing, that's when coins like SPS and other small coins will likely get pumped, because it's a lot lower risk. There's a good chance that everything's going to rise alongside Bitcoin, so you grab your low cap coins then. So yeah, basically, and until Bitcoin decides what it's going to do, it's kind of going to be like this for SPS for a little while. If Bitcoin continues to fall, we'll be able to pick up Hive a bit cheaper, pick up SPS a bit cheaper, and things like that. And as Bitcoin comes back up, everything else will go back up as well. And yeah, so we're pretty much just waiting for a new use case is all it is. I am not deterred from investing in SPS. I do intend to kind of fill up my supplies. I'm obviously earning it in game, but I would like to have a slightly bigger bag of SPS right now. I'm positive it will come in use later on, and the value will go up as a result. So I feel it's a good long-term investment. Splinterlands is growing very nicely. It's been growing very consistently. It had a huge boom in the last bull market, and as things quieten down, these games will quieten down a little bit, and then when it booms again, everything explodes again. So really, load your bags when things are small. That's what I've always done in the crypto market. Obviously, this is not financial advice. I'm not saying go do this and you'll definitely be a millionaire, but it's what I will be doing. So hopefully that helps kind of give people a little bit of what's the word I'm looking for? A little bit of encouragement and then security in what's going on. I've been in crypto for a while. I've seen bear markets, I've seen bull markets, and this is nothing that concerns me at all. So I really wouldn't be too worried about it. Splinterlands is not dying, the market is just cooling, and that's all it is. It's just cooling, and vouchers have lost their value, which is kind of the main thing that SPS was being used for. So yes, that $1 SPS we were pretty much seeing, it was just heavily inflated and pumped because the whales were buying and staking. And now there's no real need to do that outside of earning a little bit more SPS and vouchers when they have no real value anymore. SPS is going to cool off because a lot of people will sell and take their profits and then buy back later on. Hopefully that helps you guys out. If you want any more advice and want to see any more future guides on Splinterlands and cryptocurrency and the such, then hit that sub button, hit the old like, leave me a comment, and I'll catch you guys in the next Splinterlands video. Until next time, we out of here.